your help. I'm the one who just saved you.
I'm Amber Heard.
I'm Jason Momoa.
More bass.
Me, Jason Momoa.
Amber Heard has been having a rough time ever since Johnny Depp sued her for defaming him. During the trial that was broadcasted on live TV, Amber Heard had to face humiliation multiple times, as she was caught lying by the jury not once, but on multiple occasions. Amidst all that, another thing she has been going through is her role in the DC movie The Aquaman. The fans have been pressuring the company into eliminating Amber Heard. President of DC Walter Hamada confirmed in a pre-recorded deposition played recently that Amber Heard almost lost her starring role of Mera in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, though according to her testimony, it was not for the reasons Heard's team argued. Hamada's video testimony was played during the Depp-Heard trial and contradicted that of Heard and entertainment industry expert Catherine Arnold, who both said that Heard had almost lost the role in the sequel after her messy split with Johnny Depp. Hamada confirmed that Heard was almost let go from the film, but testified that this was due to a lack of chemistry between Heard and her co-star Jason Momoa, rather than her legal skirmishes with Depp. While talking about it, Hamada said,
"They didn't really have a lot of chemistry together. The reality is, it's not uncommon on movies for two leads to not have chemistry, and that it's sort of movie magic and editorial, the ability to sort of put performances together and with the magic of, a great score. And at the end of the day, I think if you watch the movie, they look like they had great chemistry. But I just know that through the course of the post-production that it took a lot of effort to get there. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's very easy. You just put the, characters on screen together and they work. And sometimes it's harder.
"It's like what makes a movie star a movie star. You know it when you see it. The chemistry wasn't there. This one was more difficult because of the lack of chemistry between the two." Earlier in the trial, Heard's agent, Jessica Kovacevic, said that Warner Bros. Told her that Heard almost lost her role in the franchise due to lack of chemistry with Momoa. But on Monday, Catherine Arnold claimed that Momoa, the sequel's star, and James Wan, the film's director, were committed to her and adamant that Heard remain in the film. Heard and Arnold both separately claimed that Heard's role was ultimately pared down from the initial drafts of the script, with a romantic arc and major fight scenes getting chopped from the script after Heard received negative attention during her public split from Depp. According to Hamada's testimony, however, that isn't true. On Tuesday, Hamada claimed that Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was never intended to be a romantic film, and that it was conceived as a buddy comedy from the very early stages of development, between Momoa's Aquaman and his half-brother King Orm, played by Patrick Wilson. When asked directly if Heard's role had been reduced, Hamada said that it was not. Hamada did say that the original Aquaman worked well, and that test audiences responded well to Heard overall. Filming for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom also went smoothly, according to Hamada. It has also been revealed that Jason Momoa allegedly advocated for Amber Heard to keep her role as Mera in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. As Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation trial against Heard enters its final week, new testimony from entertainment industry expert Catherine Arnold on Monday suggested that Heard was able to keep her role in the Aquaman sequel because Momoa and director James Wan were adamant she was in the film. While she was making her case against Johnny, Heard testified that Warner Bros. Didn't want to include her in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom after her public divorce from actor Johnny Depp. She said that she had to fight really hard to keep her career after seeking a restraining order from Depp. Heard added, "I fought to keep my job, and the biggest movie opportunity I had to date with Justice League with the option to star in Aquaman. I had to fight really hard to stay in Justice League because that was the time of the divorce." In earlier testimony, Heard's WME agent Jessica Kovacevic said Warner Bros. Claimed that Heard's role was nearly recast in the sequel due to a lack of chemistry with Momoa. Kovacevic testified that she believed that her client's role was almost recast due to bad press. However, Arnold claimed that Warner Bros. Hired Heard for the film after a chemistry test with Momoa. During Arnold's testimony, she claimed that Heard was headed for her A Star is Born moment after joining the DC universe, claiming that her career was about to take off and comparing her trajectory to that of other A-list actors like Momoa, Zendaya, Gal Gadot, and Chris Pine. Arnold said, "It was that moment where not only was she a good actor, but she was now world-renowned because she was in the most successful film certainly for DC Comics. Back then, Amber's agent said, "Her world has been silent in terms of opportunities. Even things she wanted to work on are no longer available to her." Momoa, on the other hand, is yet to publicly comment on his potential involvement in helping Heard secure her Aquaman role, and reportedly follows both Depp and Heard on Instagram. What does the management of the DC think about it? Deadline Hero Nation podcast, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom producer Peter Safran were asked whether the social media campaign by Johnny Depp fans for Amber Heard's removal from the DC sequel ever had any influence on the production and their casting decisions. Safran said, "I don't think we're ever going to react to, honestly, pure fan pressure." He added, "You gotta do what's best for the movie. We felt that if it's James Wan and Jason Momoa, it should be Amber Heard. That's really what it was." He further added, "One is not aware of what is going on in the Twitterverse, but that doesn't mean you have to react to it or take it as gospel or accede to their wishes." Said Safran, "You have to do what's right for the film, and that's really where we landed on it." In an interview with EW, Heard addressed the protests against her by Depp fans as she said, "Paid rumors and paid campaigns on social media don't dictate casting decisions, because they have no basis in reality. Only the fans actually made Aquaman and Aquaman 2 happen. I'm excited to get started next year." But after the result of the trial, and based on what went on during the trial, it seems like the campaigns actually did work in favor of Johnny, as none other than Heard herself claimed,
I was given a script and then given new versions of the script that had taken away scenes that had action in it, that depicted my character and another character, without giving any spoilers away. You know, they're two characters fighting with one another, and they basically took a bunch out of my role. They just removed a bunch out.
They seem to have reasons, as Arnold said. Research showed whenever Heard's name was mentioned, whether in connection to a film, TV show, magazine article, or endorsement deal, there was immediate backlash from fans on social media. We have all been forced to see that, despite blocking and muting tags. Since social media has been promoting this trail for engagement, content creators have decided to discuss it at length, and it has been trending nearly every day for the last 6 weeks, with the vast majority of the interactions being violently anti-Heard. All of this was going on when the trial was going on, and Amber Heard was on the other end of severe blows either at the hands of Johnny's attorneys or by the people who used to be really close to her. We saw that many people who were supposed to testify against Johnny, they testified against Heard, despite having spent a lot of time with her very closely. We can say Erin Filati, Amber's nurse, and her own co-star Jason Momoa, who is rumored to have saved her role in the film, did not really seem to be a fan when he joined the jury through a video call. On top of everything, for her, it seems like the tables have been completely turned now. No one but her is to be blamed for pulling off so much stupid stuff while she put forward her case in front of the jury. Amber Heard has been caught lying so many times that even her own fans would not be surprised if, in truth, her role in the Aquaman sequel has been deduced as she claimed. Johnny himself had to go through a lot when he was accused of all that Heard claimed. He was made famous as a wife-beater, and his career, and most importantly his life, was destroyed. But that is not the case anymore because Johnny is right now the victor and a hero, for a whole other reason than he was before. Where do you guys stand on Amber Heard having to go through all this? Do not hesitate to leave your valid opinion in the comments, and in order to stay updated, stay tuned.